Ugh. Mm. God, that is fucking disgusting. Are you sure this isn't going to kill me? I am drinking it. I'm just saying if I keel over dead, it's on you, Hunter. There's no way this shit's healthy. Just because it's okay for transfusion doesn't mean it's good to drink. And tastes like it's been sitting in the bag so long, the plastic started to leach into it. And it coats my tongue in this chemical film. Ugh. I feel like I'm trying to down a bottle of nail polish remover. No wonder I've never met a vampire who lives off bag blood. Ugh. Convenience could never outweigh how fucking gross it is. Ugh. Alright, that's it. All done. The bag is empty, my wounds are healed, and the aftertaste is god-awful. I don't think I'll ever get that out of my mouth. I think this is what I'm going to taste for the rest of eternity. Fine. Thank you for the blood. How'd you get it anyway? You're too goody two-shoes to have robbed the Red Cross, but I can't think of how else you'd get your hands on bags of blood. Oh, you know, people. That might be the worst attempt at being cryptic I've ever heard. Am I supposed to imagine you have a black market connections? You, Cupcake? Whatever. Keep your secrets. Fuck. Feels good to be able to stand on my own 2 feet again. Now I just need a shower and a change of clothes, and I'll be ready to leave. Yes, leave. It's late, but there should still be some stragglers out there, stumbling home from a bar or club. I need something to top off the tank and hopefully get that fucking taste out of my mouth. There you go again. You can't kill people, blah, blah, blah. This is why no one invites a hunter to a party. You're all wet blankets. Oh, you're serious? I didn't know you were serious. Someone call the press. Cupcakes. Serious? And what exactly are you going to do to stop me? You can't just shoot me with a dart every time we have a disagreement. No, I mean, you literally can't. You'll run out of darts. Very quickly, if past experiences is any indication. Tomorrow night, at the absolute latest. Fine, fine. I'm sitting back down. I guess we need to talk about this anyway. So, I invited an old friend to my birthday party, who subsequently got himself captured by hunters, cracked under pressure, and ratted me out. Armed with my home address, your coworkers then swooped in and grabbed me. I assume the association has absolutely gutted my place by now. Fantastic. Starting to really like that house, you know. So, I can't go back there. Can't really stay in the area either, since, as far as anyone else knows, I'm that bag of ash you poured out on my cell floor. If another hunter saw me, we'd both be in trouble. The firing kind for you for faking my death, and the no longer having a head kind for me for not, being dead. Well, if not firing, what would they do to you? You'd get court-martialed. By what court? Did I miss something and the association is backed by the government now? You can't just call anything a court, either. This is vigilante justice at best, Cupcake. Or lynching. Would they kill you for this? Not a reassuring answer. Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter, because I'm not going to get caught. That means you won't get caught either. Works out for both of us. That just leaves where we're going from here. Or, more specifically, where I'm going. Your coworkers might have ransacked my house, but I have more than enough money to buy a new one somewhere else. It'll be a pain, and I'm not looking forward to staying in hotels like this until then, but I've pulled through worse with less before. And there are worse notes for us to part on. I saved your life, you helped me out of a tight spot. We call ourselves even, we go our separate ways. It's almost beautiful if you think about it. Yes, obviously, I'm going to keep killing humans. Vampires gotta eat. Well, I hate to say it, but maybe you should have thought through the consequences of releasing me back into the world. I've never lied about what I am, Cupcake. Well, except for when we first met. But after that, total transparency. I'm a bloodthirsty monster, and you knew that when you decided to mount your daring rescue. Don't get mad at me just because you're having second thoughts now that the adrenaline's wearing off. Tough shit, Hunter. Either get comfortable with what you've done, or pull that stake out of your holster and finish me off right now. Look, I get it. You're a fucking softie under all that leather, and you just got attached. There's no shame in that. Caring about people is what... If you ever tell anyone I said this, I will kill you. But caring about people is what makes you a good hunter. Now, I would argue that being a good hunter isn't exactly a smart thing to want. What with the massively reduced life expectancy and lack of real rewards. But it's something you think is important, so yeah. You care about people, and that makes you more determined to save them, which makes you do stupid, self-sacrificing shit and act like an idiot. Or be brave, whatever term you want to use. You saved me because you don't like to see people getting hurt, and it's not your fault that I like to hurt people. So, stop worrying about shit you can't change. Like me. I was a monster before you were born, and I will continue to be one long after you're dead. I know I don't have to be, but I like being one. I do. Cupcake, humans taste good. They're fun to chase, fun to scare, and fun to lick off my teeth as I drop their lifeless bodies into a river. I enjoy being this way, and there's nothing you can say to change my mind. Is that my phone? You stole my phone from the association. Why is that even a surprise to me at this point? You stole me from the association, and that's arguably worse. At least my phone doesn't eat people when you're not pointing a dart gun at it. Isn't someone going to notice it's gone, though? You replaced me with a bag of corpse dust, but phones don't conveniently turn to ash when they die. How did you get a bricked phone to swap it out with? Unless that car is even more of an active choice than I imagined, I don't think you have that kind of disposable income. And you have my credit card too. Of course. Let me guess. I also considerately provided us with this room. What can I say? I'm such a generous person. Apparently, I can do charity in my sleep. All right, you've had your fun. Give them back. Give me my things, Hunter. Are you seriously planning to hold them hostage until I, what, swear off drinking blood? Take a vow of eternal kindness? No, hang on, I need a minute here. The full ridiculousness of the situation just hit me. You're playing keep away. We are grown adults. We have both tried to kill each other. Okay. You know what? I'm not having this conversation while caked in my own blood. Clearly, my life is spiraling out of control, and the only thing I can think of that could help right now is not looking like an extra from a zombie movie. Might want to avert your gaze, Cupcake. I'm not shy, but I wouldn't want to offend your delicate sensibilities. I don't suppose you happened to pick me up a change of clothes while you were on your little shopping spree? Oh. Huh. I kind of thought I'd have to send you out for some. Well, I couldn't have made a break for it while you were gone if I didn't have anything to wear. What was I going to do? Mount a daring escape wrapped in a hotel bathrobe? No credit card, every hunter in your chapter knowing my face? No way to get out? No way to get in touch with anyone? I mean, I don't even remember the last time I saw a payphone. And with contacts being conveniently digitalized now, I admittedly gotten kind of lazy about memorizing numbers. Oh, shit. Fuck, I miss hot water. We don't. But just because we don't feel the cold doesn't mean we don't like being warm. Almost like being alive again. Not as close as a good drink can get you, but... What's the plan? Or, I guess I should say, what's your plan? Everything's been going perfect for you tonight. What's the outcome? Okay, well, I'm not going to agree to stop feeding on people, and it's not like you can keep an eye on me after this anyway. Ideally, I'll be halfway across the country from you. What? That's what I thought you said. Then I thought, no, that can't be right. I must have water in my ears or something. Cupcake didn't just suggest the two of us go on a road trip. Sounded like a road trip to me. You and me and that shitmobile driving across the country? That's a road trip. And while I might be the kind of free spirit who can drop everything and go on an ill-advised journey of a lifetime, you have a job here that'll miss you if you don't check in, I think. I'm actually not sure how the association functions. For some reason, they don't send me the newsletters. Uh-huh. Okay, so it's like the YMCA, but more stabbing. What? Those things are everywhere, are interconnected, and may or may not have secret torture basements. That's the perfect comparison. I don't know what you're complaining about. Sure. Do you really think that dragging me along with you on your crusade against the creatures of the night is going to convince me to change my evil ways? Or do you just have no idea what else to do to keep me within tranquilizing distance? Ever the optimist. Look, I don't want to lie to you so soon after you busting me out. So, I'll be honest here. I'm going to steal my stuff back, and bail on you the first chance I get. Hunter? Oh, I'm decent, Cupcake. I just need you to hand me my clothes. Thank you. Shirt's a little big, but the pants fit fine. Definitely going shopping as soon as I can, though. I'm not a sweatpants kind of vampire. What? Fuck you. You don't get to make fun of me for dressing down when you're the one who picked the shit out. I'd complain about your taste, but we both know you're goddamn delicious. You know, Cupcake, I'm insatiable. And right now I'm jonesing for something warm and sweet. You're the one who says I can't leave, and there are consequences for locking yourself in with a hungry vampire. So come over here and... Are those blackout curtains you're putting up? You're really prepared for this, huh, Cupcake? Kind of. That's, really not staying up there. Budge over. I got this. I used to have to use these all the time. There's a trick to getting them to stay put. Can't tell you the number of closets I've had to sleep in before I got to the point where I felt like these things would stay up all day. There. Double hooks on the end. Distributes the weight more evenly. Short of just fucking duct taping them in place, this is as good as it gets. Believe it or not, hotels do complain when you put duct tape on their walls. Actually, between that and me leaving blood-stained beds behind, I think they were more upset about the duct tape. I know not burning to death is important and all, but I think the fact that I just let the curtains distract me from eating is a sign that imprisonment left me with brain damage. What? My mouth tastes like hand sanitizer. You're fucking ambrosia. I could have finished the curtains after I finished cornering you. I wouldn't say I was planning to attack you. More like gently annoy you into letting me have a bite. Come on, Cupcake. Just a sip. I drank the bags like a good vampire. Don't I deserve a reward? Sending me to bed without supper. So cold, Hunter. So cold. How much more of that bag shit do you have anyway? And can you get more? If you run out of to-go pouches on this road trip, I'm going to have to feed on someone. Like it or not. Well, yeah, I don't plan on being around long enough for this to be a problem. But you do. And from how you're dodging the question, I'm guessing you're making shit up as you go here. Some things never change. For the record, I'm only settling in for the day because I'm still fucking exhausted. Not because you told me to. That nap on the way here was great, but I definitely need a solid 8 hours or so to actually feel right again. You know, it's too bad you booked us a double. I would have loved to get you in my bed again. Fuck you too, Hunter. Sweet dreams, Cupcake. I swear to everything unholy upon this cursed earth, if we don't get signal soon, I'm going to lose it. What? We've been driving for hours, and the radio's worked for maybe 15 minutes total? Which wouldn't be such a bad deal if someone wasn't holding my phone hostage. But as things stand, it's literally the only entertainment I have. I'm going stir crazy over here. How am I a hypocrite exactly? Okay, sure. I was complaining earlier, but 1, shitty entertainment is better than no entertainment. And 2, you can't tell me you're exactly enjoying the 3 stations we managed to pick up. I was starting to think you'd drive off a bridge if they aired one more ad for intimate protection. Don't make me hum the jingle cupcake. I'll do it. I will take one for the team if it means I get to see your ears turn red. My stomach and I totally count as a team. Anyway, it's not like the music was much better. Only 3 stations, and somehow I think we still heard "Don't Stop Believin'" 5 times. No, not a fan. Somehow the undyingly hopeful message just doesn't resonate with me. Also, every time it comes on, you can practically smell the depressed intern that assembled the After Dark playlist, desperately clinging to the hope that someday they'll host a coffee hour in an industry that's already being devoured by podcasts. Oh, fuck off. I'm not jealous. I'm not. If anything, we should all be grateful that mics don't work on vampires. Do you have any idea how many boring hosts we'd have navel-gazing about the tortures of eternity? Combine every college student who has a show where they get high and talk about the meaning of life and whatever with the number of people who review Netflix series. We'd be overrun. Well, yeah, but I'm actually well-adjusted. No moping about living forever coming from this vampire. I'm still waiting for the flying cars I was promised. For a vampire. I'm well-adjusted for a vampire. Obviously, if a human was pulling half the shit I do, they'd need some serious fucking help. But I'm a higher being, Hunter. Of course I'm biased. But the top of the food chain makes the rules. Speaking of, this higher beings next decree is that you need to get your radio fixed. Or maybe some good CDs. The only saving grace about this old clunker is that you still have a disc slot. Might as well actually use it. I know you have CDs. I said you need good ones. Eyes on the road. You can try to hit me later, when we're not hurtling down one of the worst paved stretches you could possibly fucking find. I get that the back roads are supposed to help us keep a low profile and all, but the fact that we're in bumfuck nowhere can't be helping the signal. Actually, come to think of it, I don't suppose you've added a spare tire in here since I went through all your stuff. Because if we get a blowout this far from civilization, I don't think AAA's gonna be able to rescue us before the sun comes up. Your silence is deafening, Hunter. Hey, it's no problem. I'll just have to find the nearest cabin and messily devour the inhabitants so that we have a nice place to sleep for the day. Yeah, you and your darts. You have no sense of good old-fashioned fun. No, it's definitely fun for everyone involved. If getting murdered in the middle of the woods wasn't fun, why would there be so many movies about it? Actually, I try to avoid horror for the most part. I learned that lesson the hard way. I don't even remember the number of movie dates I went on where my cute so-and-so would pick out something scary so they'd have an excuse to hold my hand. And the gore would make me hungry enough to finish them off before the credits rolled. Not like I wasn't gonna eat them anyway, but I missed half the movie, and that kind of defeats the point of a movie date. What? Oh, fuck off. I've always been blatant about the murder. You're just noticing it more now that you're trying to fix me. Still nothing. If you're going to be picking up a new spare tire, and you should, I vote you get the radio fixed while you're at it. Unfortunately, that means we'd be stuck in one place while they did the repairs, and with how old this car is, they'd probably have to order parts or something. I'd Google it to get a better idea of how long it'd take, but I'll stop bitching about my phone when you give it back. Then I won't stop bitching. This is a hell of your own making, Cupcake. You alone hold the keys to your shackles. And mine. Seriously, we have to be over the state line by now. Just cut me loose and you'll never hear from me again. Not even a little bit tempted? Come on. You know this whole thing's gonna blow up in your face. It's like... I don't remember the title, but it's like that movie where there's a bomb on the bus that'll go off if the bus slows down. That's basically you right now. I'm an incredibly attractive pile of C4 riding shotgun. Cupcake, you can bullshit me about a lot of things, but I think you know I'm hot. Not a doubt in my mind. Of course, I also know you're completely repulsed by the whole man-eater thing, so it's not like I imagine you're gonna do anything about it. Speaking of, I'm starting to get peckish. Are we planning a pit stop anytime soon? And not that I'm looking forward to choking down another one of those bags, but it's better than nothing. Oh, sure. I could make it another hour or so. No music, drown out the sound of your pulse. Every breath flooding my senses with the smell of your blood, practically feeling the heat radiating off of your skin so close that I could just reach out and touch you. I thought you'd never ask. There's a sign for a rest stop in about a mile. Less now. Hey, be glad I'm not human. I only ever push for the one stop at night. If I were any other backseat driver, I'd be pestering you for bathroom breaks and shit. You should probably get something to eat while we're there. The fast food place will be closed, but I bet the convenience store is 24 hours. I could gas up while you get some snacks. Oh shit, exit's right up there. What? Of course I saw it first. Better night vision and vision in general. Trust me, if it gets desperate enough that we turn to road games, you do not want to pick I Spy. I'll fucking obliterate you. I should have known better than say that. You take everything as a challenge, especially coming from me. Why was I even surprised that you decided to make me your new project? Fuck. It feels good to stretch my legs. Must be so much worse for you. Not only are you the one driving, but you still have circulation to cut off. You say that, but I can see those jelly knees. Aren't you glad we didn't wait to stop? Yeah. Go grab some food, Hunter. Maybe we can take a break before hitting the road again. Or I could take a shift behind the wheel. If you decide you trust me with your death trap. The chances that we'd get pulled over are so tiny, Cupcake. And if they ask for my license, I can always just eat the cop. Or enthrall them, sure, if you want to be boring about it. No, shoo. The sooner you get your snacks, the sooner you can swipe me a straw from that slushy section, and I can break into the human ziplock. No, I'm good out here. Never been in a convenience store that didn't smell like vomit and cigarettes. Aw, come on, Cupcake. This place is dead. What trouble could I possibly get myself into? Alright, so, in my defense, there's no actual way I could have seen this coming. You okay? You went through that display case pretty hard. Oh, yeah, that's blood. Come here, Cupcake. Let me take a look. What? My intentions are totally pure. I just want to make sure you're okay. And if you happen to offer me a lick or two for my assistance, well, who am I to say no? Hey, I still haven't eaten. And it's not like I'm the one who threw you across the room, so it's not like you'd be rewarding bad behavior or anything. Just making the best of a bad situation. I am being very helpful. Here, see if you can follow my finger. Don't give me that look. You bonked that head of yours real bad. And if you've got a concussion, I'm not letting you drive us any further. Finger, follow it. Well, shit. That doesn't look good. Oh, no, it doesn't look good for me. You seem to be perfectly fine, which means I can cross concussed Cupcake off my list of escape plans. If you were far enough out of it, I might have been able to steal my stuff back. Yeah, and still ornery too. Nothing keeps you down long, does it? Not like this guy. Gotta say, not the first time I've seen another vamp go to ash, but it never gets any less unsettling. Or any less gross. We're probably breathing him in right now. Ugh. At a guess, he probably ate whoever actually worked here. And by guess, I mean, well, I was outside waiting for you like a good little vampire. Definitely not checking around to see if anyone was out back on a smoke break because smokers taste fucking disgusting and I'm totally not that desperate yet. Anyway, I was stretching my legs and came around back and realized it smelled even more like death than a convenience store dumpster usually does. Which is when I noticed an arm sticking out from under the lid. Yeah, Cinderella here clearly wasn't very good at cleaning up after himself. No, I know Cinderella was good at cleaning. I just called him that because he's a pile of ash now. Cinderella, right? That's where the name originally came from. She used to sleep in the fireplace because her family fucking sucked. I waste my best material on you. Anyway, as soon as I saw the mass dumpster grave, I figured whoever was supposed to be working the night shift was probably at the bottom of it. Which meant the princess here was probably in the middle of trying to eat you, and I should intervene. You know the rest from there. Honestly, it's not a terrible racket. Close up during the day, eat anyone who comes to investigate, and given lack of cars lying around, I'm guessing there's a local chop shop that hasn't exactly been hurting for new material. This place is out of the way enough that disappearing travelers don't set off any hunter alarm bells, and no. No, I see that face. Whatever you're thinking, no. The chop shop thing was just a theory, okay? We're not going to go poking around looking for a gang of vampire mechanics. Because I don't want to. Hunter, I do not want to be here, and I do not want to take part in your fucking heroics. I helped you with Cinderella because no one's draining you except for me. It was completely selfish. But don't think you can leverage that every time you want to run headlong into danger. Come on. Can't you just, I don't know, report this to someone? Call in the troops? Have someone else clean up this mess? Which, I mean, literally and figuratively at this point. There's broken glass and ash everywhere, and I can't even begin to imagine how bad emptying the dumpster's gonna be. Can you stop being noble for 5 minutes? We are on the run here, in case you forgot. We've got to hit the road and find a motel for the day. We don't have time for... That is one nasty scrape. Fine. We can head into town and see if there is any nefarious activity. But I'm not agreeing to more than that for a couple mouthfuls of blood. Give me your hand. Damn. Ran half the length of your arm. You're lucky that glass didn't snag anything vital, or we'd be having a very different conversation right now. Fuck, that's the good shit. So much better than the bags. God, do you know how hard it is to not tear into your wrist right now? That was such a fucking tease. Just barely wetting the edges of my appetite. I'm just saying you should appreciate my restraint here. And that this thing's shallow. It's already stopped bleeding. Okay. One thing convenience stores are good for? Shitty maps of the area. You figure out where we're headed while I break into the back. With Cinderella's shitty cleanup, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't bother turning off the security cameras. Well, yeah, they don't work on us. But you know what they do work on? License plate numbers. Like yours. Outside. Where I'm not hanging around to provide interference anymore. So unless you feel like an awkward chat with the local donut munchers, I'm checking the tapes. And the lock's already broken. Of course it is. Did Princess even bother lifting the keys off the clerk, or was that concept too advanced for him? Oh, hell. There's another body back here. Fresh one, too. Fuck off, Hunter. Like I'd steep that low. Doubt there's even anything left in her veins anyway. Okay, let's see. This setup's almost as old as I am. Looks like it's not being backed up anywhere. That's good. That means we just have to fuck up the hardware beyond hope and we're off scot-free. Hey, do you need a VCR? Well, I'm just gonna break it if you don't want it. And I think some mild looting is the least of this place's problems. Suit yourself. Alright. How's that strategy coming? You think we can get the garage to fix the radio over there? I mean, sure, it might be full of vampires who have no aversion whatsoever to snacking on out-of-towners, but you could always let me do the talking. Whatever else these theoretical guys are, if the theory holds, they've got a bunch of car parts on hand. Might as well take advantage of that before you try and stab them all. And hey, bright side, if you murder your mechanic, you don't have to pay them. Only a little experience in that department. Tiny amount. Seriously, I don't understand vampires that'll eat the people working for them. If I hire a guy to reshingle my roof, I don't want to have to track down another one when I decide to do something about my siding. I say if you find a professional who meets your standards, you should keep them around. Fuck, I'm gonna miss my hairdresser. You don't know how hard it is to find one that'll work without mirrors around and not ask too many inconvenient questions. At night, I'm not looking forward to running that gauntlet again with. I'm not looking forward to running that gauntlet again wherever I settle. Hang on. I gotta grab a straw before we go. You should take whatever snacks you want, too. Like I said, looting is the least of this place's problems. I'd steer clear of the hot dogs, though. I think those have been spitting on the rack since the first body dropped, and from the smell of things, that was a while ago. Oh, I'm making you lose your appetite? I still have to power through one of those plastic bags after this cupcake. You're getting no sympathy from this corner. I'm swiping some medical shit, too. You might have stopped bleeding already, but if you're planning on another fight, I don't think that's gonna last. Might as well restock the first aid kit. Hey, what's your favorite kind of candy? You still haven't eaten. You really want to fight a bunch more vampires on an empty stomach? That's what I thought. Really wish this shit was healthier, but it is free, so fuck it, right? I'm pretty sure you live on takeout, fast food, and the occasional baked goods from yours truly. Is it really the craziest thing that I want to see what you'd taste like if you actually took care of yourself? I bet you'd be fucking decadent. Yeah, I'm coming. Can't believe you don't want to clean this place out. It's all just gonna go to waste after the crime scene tape comes down. Oh, I almost forgot. Gum. A road trip staple. Who said it was for you? I'm hoping having something to chew on will help distract me from wanting to chew on you. And suddenly you're on board with looting. You're lucky you're cute. I've got the new spare. I think I'm gonna have to rearrange some of the stuff in the back to make it fit, though. How's the replacement antenna coming? Well, look at you, you little gearhead. Tell me, did all of that know-how come straight off Google or just 90%? Right back at you, Cupcake. Anyway, thank fuck for the internet, or else we'd be screwed. I think you just dusted the only vehicle experts for 100 miles. Did I say it was your fault? I was there too. I know how it started. I'm just saying I wish they'd let me ask them a few questions before they started going for your throat. I get that you smell delicious. Trust me, I really do. But you're here with me. It was just plain rude. Doesn't the dibs rule mean anything anymore? Say what you will, but don't try to steal someone else's prey unless you're fully willing to deal with the consequences. Hell, for all they knew, you could have been my thrall. They were starting shit on purpose. I say they got what they deserved. Huh? Wait, do you actually not know the difference? Fair point. I never really thought about it. But I guess vampire sociology would be pretty tricky to learn without willing vampire participants. I mean, when it comes to biology, you can just strap one of us down and pull out the scalpels, but if I don't want to tell you about the latest trends, there's nothing you can do to make me. So, thralls, or pets, or a few other less respectful terms I could mention. Honestly, pet might be more accurate than thrall, but okay, I'm going out of order. Let me try that again. Obviously, we can enthrall people. You have an abundance of first-hand experience in that department. But being a thrall is different from being in thrall. You can use thrall on pretty much any human who hasn't trained against it, and Even stubborn little fuckers like you can still cave under the right amount of pressure. But you wouldn't call someone your thrall just because you enthralled them. Hell, thralls don't even have to be enthralled. That's just the etymology. Etymology? Word history, that. Only one of us has access to Google right now, Cupcake. You want me to finish explaining or not? The point is, enthralling is where the word thrall comes from, but it's not a necessary component. Just a common one. Because a thrall, when you get right down to it, is just a human you like enough to keep around, and you, of all humans, know that most of you aren't really on board with being a vampire's piece of neck. So, rather than deal with all the whiny, I want to go homes and please let me see my family, some vampires just opt to smooth things over. Yeah, I know it's fucked up, thanks. Some vampires get all creepy about that shit and insist their thralls truly do love them, or whatever. But that sure as hell ain't me. If someone loves you, you don't have to fuck up their brains to make them stay. No, I haven't had any thralls. I'd say I've had a few regular meals, maybe, and a few live-in dinner guests. But no thralls. Anyway, I've got to put the new tire away. Hey, do you think I could change out your old ones while we're at this? I think the recommendation is to swap them every 6 years or so, and I don't know when you got these. I'm not changing the subject, I'm just done answering your questions. Dick move to steal prey. Much bigger dick move to fuck with someone else's thrall. Questions answered. Now, can you answer mine? How old are your tires? Oh. Wait, are you actually proactive with vehicle maintenance? You don't strike me as the type. Wild feels the need to color code your instructions, Cupcake, and I just pulled a trash bag containing what I remember to be a chainsaw covered in, vampire blood, out of the back of your car. This isn't the hallmark of the world's most organized person. See, that makes more sense. Between you thinking ahead for once and a vampire with a spike trap, I know what I would have put my money on. Do we need this chainsaw, by the way? I've never seen you use it. Well, yeah, I can tell that it's been used, but when's the last time? It's taking up a lot of space for something you've only used once. Is it even charged? Do you charge a chainsaw, or is it... Nope, it's charged. Definitely charged. Whatever. There's more junk in here I'm not really sure you need. Okay, this one had me scratching my head when I dug through your car. This is just a box of ribbon. Why do you even have this? In case you get struck with a sudden desire to cover your leather jacket in pretty bows? Then we have this random piece of wood, a wood plank, taking up space in your car. Is this to make stakes out of? Okay, here's a thought. Maybe you should have made time to do that. Then you could put them with the rest of your deadly weapons, and I wouldn't have a 4-foot board to play car Tetris with. It's called constructive criticism, Cupcake. If you're allowed to say I should stop eating people, I'm allowed to say you should clean out your car. They're roughly equivalent lifestyle changes. I mean, my end of things would take a stupid amount of self-control and militaristic dedication to denying myself pleasure that I have no reason to aspire to, and you would have to walk to the trash can every once in a while instead of hoarding shit in your car. Huh, actually, I think you're right. I'm asking way less of you. Cupcake, I just found an empty bottle of Pepsi Blue back here. This shit was discontinued in 2004. Look me in the eyes and tell me that sounds normal to you. I'm just saying the first step is admitting you have a problem. Fuck if I know. The rest of the steps are probably some shit about God. Alcoholics Anonymous is a Christian organization. You're hilarious. No, I don't think I'd burst into flames if I attended. Don't even think about it. I'm drawing the line at standing up in an AA meeting and telling the group that I'm a homicidal maniac. There's no parallel. I can stop whenever I want. Fuck off. You know what I meant. I don't want to stop killing humans. I've made that pretty fucking clear at this point. It's not an addiction, it's just a thing that feels very, very good to indulge in. Yeah, no, I'm hearing it now too. It really doesn't help that I'm feeling all fidgety without it. Like I'm jonesing for a good kill. But fuck, you could say that about a bunch of shit. Are you addicted to sleeping just because without it your brain starts breaking down? No. Having other vampires with you wouldn't help. Didn't help. It's not the same. You're never gonna get it, okay? You're human. You're an omnivore, for fuck's sake. I'm a 100% predator. There's a completely different set of instincts rattling around in here. Yeah, okay. But you could quit hunting if you wanted. You could move out to the sunny coast and never think about the vampires again. Can you honestly say you feel an urge to kill or just a moral obligation to stamp out the undead? That's what I thought. Squeeze the tire in. How's it going up there? You ready to take it for a test drive, or do you need a little longer break before you get back behind the wheel? Well, I'd say we could stop for the day, but somehow I doubt that the sudden disappearance of an entire pit crew and discovery of a dumpster full of bodies will shine well on the strangers who just crashed into town. We should probably at least try to get a few more hours in. Just give me the keys, Hunter. I've been driving longer than you've been alive. I promise I won't crash your baby. Come on. You can't tell me it's been easy going full nocturnal. You can grab a nap in the passenger seat until we get close enough to town. Then I'll wake you up and you can find us a hotel. Great. Here's hoping the radio works. I'll circle the block and we can always come back if the signal's still shit. Do we need anything else while we're here? Screwdrivers, blowtorch, some of those fuzzy dice to hang from the rearview mirror? I'll stop suggesting we loot the places when you stop killing everyone inside them. Yeah. I doubt we'll trip ass backwards into anything like this again. Seriously, the odds of this happening had to be astronomical. You really do have the worst fucking luck, Cupcake. I have no idea how we managed to find the one vampire in this whole damn country who could stomach gas station stench for more than 5 minutes. Okay, we don't need to get into who specifically wanted to stop for a blood break and who else is an irresistible snack who keeps luring all the vampires in. Let's just put all the blame squarely on your shoulders and stop equivocating. Hey, I saw that. No, that was definitely a yawn. Come on. Get your fine stretch of a neck into the car and take a damn nap already. No wonder you're so fucking cranky. It's clearly past your bedtime. Nighty night, Hunter. Let's see if the radio has any lullabies for you.